Hello and welcome to the channel. I recently did an installation in this Tesla Model Y, the physical control bar that goes under the screen, and I've been using it. It's been in there for months now. I use it practically every day, but I've got another version here. This is from Yeslak, and I've done a few things from Yeslak, but this is from Yeslak, and this is also an under screen physical control button. This one, however, is different from the one that I have in here, primarily for two things. One, ease of installation. What I have in there right now, very functional, but it was not as straightforward to install. I mean, I like it, don't get me wrong, it's very functional. It just required a lot more when it comes to installation. This one here is a lot simpler to install. As a matter of fact, I'll go to the content of this more in depth in a little bit here, but I just want to show you real quick basically why I like this one a lot more, because literally all it is, that really is all it is. It's that, and you have a clip that goes on top and boom, that's it. It mounts under your screen, but you're not having to take off the screen and screw it into the screen mounts. This will mount over your screen like this and stay flush. It's very lightweight. And also the number two thing that I like about this has a knob in the center. With this knob, you can control other things. Temperature, this also has an ambient light. So a little bit more functionality. This is from Yeslak. They do a lot of things. I've got a couple videos already from installing wheel protectors from them, and so like they've got wheel protectors. There's also wheel covers that act as wheel protectors. So a lot of other things from Yeslak, I would say check them out definitely for sure for all your needs. They don't just do wheel protectors. As you can see, they have things like this also. And so we'll go through the packaging, what it comes with. The installation is a lot simpler. So on that note, let's get into what's in this package and what else you can expect to see. All right, I've already opened the box, so I'm not gonna go through it, but you've got a user manual here that kind of tells you high level what it does. So it's not anything thick, it's pretty light. Warranty card, and then you've got this directions here for installation. And then the actual device, this was in this bag. I've already taken it out. Like I said, this is what it is. It's very light. You've got 10 buttons here and then a knob. And what you can see, this will open your door. This opens the two passenger side doors, front and rear. So you can push down or you can push up. So whatever you're doing will do the doors. This will do your turn signals, left or right. This will do your parking or hazard lights. This will put you in drive or reverse. This will open your front or trunk. This will open your charge port. This will move your passenger seat front or back. This will lock your windows or turn on your dumb light. So a lot of things that you normally right now today have to go into the screen and do, this will do that here. It's interesting that this has actually like gear selectors too. This has a USB-C port under here, and it's got a space for a battery. All right, let's put that to the side. Let's talk about what else is in here. So you've got a pry tool, which is great. Before I continue there, you've got this mount here. This is the mount that goes above. So you put this under the screen, and then this is a Model 3 Highland. You put that to mount the screen, and this is your regular Model 3 or Model Y, and this goes over there. Let's go back in here. This is the control module. So this you connect into the port that's gonna be in the door, and then this goes to the commander, which is this right here. So you take this, plug this into the commander, and then that's that. The other part now that comes in interesting is this piece, and this is why you have the choice of using a battery or not. To then power this, you need to connect this to power under here. So you got a USB-C cable that's included here. You've got this USB cable that's included here. This one, you want to then route this into your center console and plug it in, and then you're going to have this go under here. However, since it's just for power, if you don't want to do that cable routing, then you can order a battery. It's an 18650 battery, so I think it's one of the little bit thicker ones. It's a little bit thicker but and longer than your regular battery. I don't know how long the battery will last for, but you got that. But so this will connect to your center console USB-C port, and then what happens then is this communicates wirelessly to this. This is the commander. This is what's wired into your car. So anything you're pressing here is talking to this box that's then sending the signals through this cable into your car. So very straightforward. You still gotta do some routing and some wiring and some connections, but unlike what I had to do, where I had to take off the center console entirely, take off the screen, this is less involved compared to that. So we've gone through what's in the box. Let's go figure out how to install this. All right, so first we're gonna do is, you can take this guy out first. We're gonna go here and I'm gonna just put the pry tool and pop this guy out. And so that's out. Next thing to come out is gonna be this guy here, which is very simple. From the top, pop out, and I'm pulling up. You're walking in here, some of us like to pull off this weather strip, weather seal. I try to avoid doing that, just one less thing to worry about, but there's gonna be a thing in that corner there, that clip there, that's what we're working with. So I'm gonna put my pry tool, and that's out. So from there, once that's out, I'm just gonna take this so it doesn't fall into the groove. This you can just simply pull out. Some folks like to take out this weather strip. I'm gonna try to do this without doing that because I'm not taking off the whole plastic trim, right? So I'm just gonna do this to expose a little bit. And so with that, you can see, just have it to the side, just like that. That's all we're working with is in here. And so from here, I'm gonna take off this other clip in here, down here. I'm gonna take that to the side, and that opens this up. Now what that does is, this is where you're gonna tap in one power connection from. This is this power supplied in here. That is the data connector. You got an OBD port right there that you see for this car. And so I'm gonna be plugging into that, and I'm gonna also be plugging into this power here. So let's get this going. All right, so I'm gonna go into the screen first just to make everything all kosher. I'm gonna go onto the screen. I'm gonna go to safety, and under safety at the very bottom of the screen, I'm gonna hit power off and power off. My OBD port is empty right now, so I'm just gonna simply plug into that over there. This side will stay empty, and we'll just keep that away. Then on the power side, I'm gonna take this here, push the tab down and pull up. Then I'm gonna take on this side the male, that's gonna go in here. The top side is gonna face outside. So I'm gonna push that in. Make sure that's all in there. And then I'm gonna take what was there originally and put that into the female part of the car. So that's gonna go in like that, okay? So that's clicked in. And then from there, it's then taking this that goes to the commander, and I'm gonna take that and fit that in. I'm just gonna push all the way to make sure it's sitting good. Okay, and everything else is done in here now. So with that, I'm just gonna tuck things away. Put this over there. Let's tuck this side away here first. All right. I got a lot of space down here, so I'm just gonna put it in that space over here. It communicates wirelessly to the control bar. So just leave it right there. Leave everything in that space. Then I'm gonna bring this over that, and I'm gonna clip things back into place. All right, so that's that. And then taking this and keying things back. All right, clips are back in place. I'm gonna bring the weather strip. Easy way to do that, get the pry tool and just run it down. That part is done. The next part now is just mounting this and connecting it. So let's do that and see what it looks like. The other part now is putting this under here. So basically something like this is what's going to look like. You have like a little groove in here, 1, 2, 3, that holds in the front. So the screen should be sitting in the groove between the back here and those front pieces. And honestly, this is going to be very simple. This is what it looks like. So what you have a hook one and you have a clip, right? What you're gonna do is behind the screen, you want to put the hook one in here first, like so. Then you're just simply gonna bring down and press in here, and that clips into that. To take it off, it's back here. You push this button here and pull up. So for the screen, as a matter of fact, I'm gonna hook this up here first. All right. Hook this up here, line it up how I want it to be, and in the back, find the clip and simply push into it. That's it. You hear the snap, and that's it. And what that tells you, it's in there pretty good. Like this is solid. It's not moving, and kind of flushes right to the edges of the screen. All that's left now is simply to take this cable and plug it in. All right, so I'm going to show you what you want to do. I mean, if you set it up like this, this is what you get. You get your wire hanging out this way, which of course that means you've got this messy thing. So one way to do it is to have the wire go around here, and this USB-C cable, it's long enough for you to be able to wrap it around. It's not going to be long enough to go all the way around and back in front here. So you're going to have to like take it in through here. So what you can do is I'm going to take off this here, this little Velcro. What you want to do, in the cable, you've got two ends. One that's the 90 degree and one that's straight. You want to take the 90 degree part, you're going to put it under here. So this is one option of you. If you can do it this way, where you use the USB-C cable. And I'm going to show you the other option where you're using this battery. Like I said, this is a battery. It's bigger than your regular AA battery. This will go in the back here. So if you want to do wireless, what you can do is get this battery. I just got this off of Amazon. I'm going to show you this option of the battery and this option of the wire of the wired. So, but for now, for the wired, what you're going to want to do is take the 90 degree side. The USB-C port is right here. I'm going to put that in, and then the vision or the plan is to have that run to the back that way, and then come back out under here, and then come out from here and go into this and plug in. That way it's out of the way. So I'm going to show you what you're going to do here. So first, let's start with trying to take off this over there. So that's the wire. We're going to try to run it. It's a flat type of wire. So I'm just going to try to take it and tuck it into that space over there. Use your pry tool, your pry tool to do this. And so let's see. You still will have like this wire thing showing up over here, but hopefully a little bit less messy looking than just having it hang out this way. So now I'm just trying to get it to fit into that space there. Even though it's a flat wire, it's still pretty thick, and so it might be a bit of a challenge getting it to tuck under here, but just use your pry tool to push it in a little bit. And then in the back here, once you get it tucked in, just get it and then put it under there like so. You're gonna have to pop out this side panel this side panel to get it to come through, but for now I'm just gonna have it just slide under through. Just tucking in that way. And then for the side panel here, this piece here, what you want to have to do is start from the back here, and you're gonna pull this out. Now it's gonna sound like you're breaking something, but it's all clips, so don't sweat it. So I see where the clips are, and I'm just gonna try to, there we go, pop them out. Like I said, it feels like you're breaking stuff, but you're really not. And I'm not gonna go all the way, just want to get enough to this part here. There we go. So now this leather strip is out. There's a metal one that's still in there, and then what I'm gonna do is try to take this now and just pass it under. Okay, let's put it a little bit closer here. It's better if you take off that Velcro strap there. You probably need to pull out this side panel up to about this point here, and then you're gonna pass it in through around here to have about like almost like a foot length that you can then plug in there. And then once you have that, I'm gonna plug this in on here now, and I'm gonna just test if I close this just to make sure. There we go. I'm just gonna pull. That's how it's gonna look. So that's what it looks like now when I've got it all set up, where I've tucked it in under through here, and it's now here. It's still a pretty, it's a very tight fit, but once I have that, so this will not close all the way anymore, but it reduces you having the wire dangling from here. So once I have that, I'm just gonna clip my side panels back in all the way to the back. So that's it. That's one way to do it. So now, instead of having that wire hanging out this way, now this is all clear. I've got open space here now. I can open this, I can close this. I'm gonna have a bit of a gap here from where that's going in, but if it doesn't bother you, that's one option. If this bothers you and you don't like this gap that you're seeing here, or you don't want to do all this stuff here, then this is your next best option. So let's talk about how you're gonna do this. Okay, so for the battery option, what I'm gonna do first is take this, disconnect this, right? This, you can even do this before you put this on, or if you do already have it on, then what you want to do is disconnect this from the back, which is simply pressing the tab. All right, so you disconnect that from the back, have this come off. Once this is off, what you want to work with here is in the back here. Now this requires it's a 18650 battery, which is this, and it's bigger than your regular AA battery. And then once you have that, you're gonna take your screwdriver and you're gonna open up the battery compartment back here. I have that, and then this is the battery. I'm gonna push that in, put that in there. Let's see, and boom, that's that. So you can see now I've got this powered up from the battery. How long does this last? I don't know. It's a rechargeable battery. I'm just gonna put that in. And I'll put the screw back. So with that in now, I've got this working without any wires. I'm gonna test what happens if I plug this into USB. I don't know if this charges it if you have a battery in there, because I have a rechargeable battery. Because if the battery gets recharged, then the benefit of that will be you put a battery in when it's getting low, you plug this in, recharge the battery, and that's it. If not, then you gotta like take out the battery every now and then. But I'm gonna run some battery and see how long it lasts. But that's it. So with that, I'm gonna put this back, and we'll go from there. And so that's that. I've got this thing working back on battery power. So those are two options. One, use a battery. Two, use the cable. And there you have it. So now it's an auto. Like I said, you've got light here. You push, you get temperature. And so now I can hear my fan kicking in. And so if you can hear that, you got that fan kicking in there, because now I've got it on that. So I'm going to turn this down. I'm going to hit OK. This is showing me Celsius. There we go. So I held it down, and now I'm in Fahrenheit. So I got 75 there, 75 there. So right now it's reading the command that says 64. However, if I touch the screen will override this command. So I do that, boom. You see now it's up to 64. But either way, you have this doing something. Whatever I do on the screen overrides this. And so temperature, fan speed, there's not much else you can do on here. So if you hold down, that's how you change the mode for what you want to go to. One of the option two, you can turn this off too. So that's an option two. So you can choose to turn off the light bar if you don't want a light bar showing up here. But if you just keep pressing, it's going to switch between fan speed and temperature. And if I hold it down on temperature, this will switch to Celsius. If I hold it down on temperature, it takes it back to Fahrenheit. Now I gotta go to fan speed, and then if I hold this down, this will take me to the light bar. And if I hold down on light bar, it will turn the light bar on. And then here you can choose your color for whatever you prefer. So now that we have that, let's talk about the command buttons. So on here, I've got passenger door, and if you look at the screen, I've got all doors are closed. I'm gonna press down on this door one here, and when I do that, passenger door opened. I'm gonna press up, rear passenger door open. On here, if I press down, so now I've got all three passenger doors open. So these three here work. This turns on autopilot. That's got the wheel. What it does is turns on autopilot. So if you're driving, you want to go to autopilot, simply click this up. Then I've got signal. So there we go. I press the button. You can see I got right turn signal or left turn. I press it up. I've got that bar there. I've got right turn. I press it up, it shuts off. If I press this down, that's my park. I push it up. I've got both signals on. Pushing up does the command on the right side. Pushing down does the command on the left side. So for example, I'm going to be in drive now. So I'm in drive. I'm going to push down, and that should give me the command to park. So you can see I'm in drive. I push down, and you can see the car parked itself. I did not touch this wheel here. So I'm in park. I'm going to push this here that says D. I push it down, and you can see I'm in drive. I'm going to push it up, and when I do that, that puts me in reverse. I'm going to push this button here that's got a P down, and now the car is back in park. So I'm controlling the gear selector without touching the gear lever. Now this might come in handy if you have the Model 3 Highland that don't have the gear stalks and you don't like using the screen. You're gonna have the gear selectors down here, but what this does is puts it up here for you also too. So that's that. I've got option here for seat massage, so I push up, and what it's doing is it's using the lumbar support in the driver's seat, and it's pumping that to massage my lower back. This left one here will precondition your battery. Pushing this up opens up the charge port. There we go. I see it open here now. I'm going to push it, and it's closed. And then you've got this that will move your passenger seat back and forth. And then you've got this here that will do your dome light. Actually, I push down, and then they came on. I'm gonna push up, and now they are off. So that's down here. So this last one here is window lock. So if you got a kids in the back and they're messing with the windows, simply just hit that button there, and boom, windows are locked. They can't mess with it anymore. So a lot of things that you have to go into settings. Now you can just do that right here from the screen. And then let's talk about frunk and trunk. So I'm going to push down, and now my frunk is open. I'm going to push up, and my trunk is opening. I can push up and my frunk will close. All right, and so that is the physical control bar slash knob from Yeslak. It's very, very functional, very useful. I have another one that I've done. It's a little bit more tedious to install compared to this one. This is simply plugging a commander into your OBD port and mount it on your screen, just snap on, and that's it. It's very functional. And so if you want to order yours, yeslak.com. I have a discount code in the description that you can use for your for discount of your order. Also, that code works on anything on Yeslak's website. So hopefully it's been very helpful for you. It's been useful. Don't forget to like, share, and if you're not subscribed, please hit that button. I will see you next time.